Have you ever noticed that the posts that actually get you to stop scrolling aren't the ones with the perfect studio lighting or the corporate jargon? It's the ones that feel like they were written by the person actually running the shop. That observation cuts right to the heart of what's happening in marketing today. We have all been sold this idea that professional means perfect, that polished means credible. But the reality is that people have developed a built-in radar for anything that feels manufactured. We scroll right past the glossy ads and stop for the messy, real human voice. This is a conversation I have almost every day with business owners. They come to me feeling embarrassed about their social media. They say, "My posts look amateur, I need to hire an agency, I need better graphics." And I ask them, what is happening right now with your engagement? More often than not, the businesses with the amateur posts, the ones where the owner is just talking from the heart, maybe in their car or in their shop, are the ones getting the comments, the shares, and the customers. The ones with the expensive, polished content are often shouting into the void. Why is that? Because we are living in an era of trust deficits. We are bombarded with thousands of marketing messages every single day. Our brains have learned to filter out anything that feels like a sales pitch. We crave connection. We want to know who is behind the business. We want to hear the personality. When a post feels like it came from a generic template, your audience tunes it out immediately. It triggers the "this is an ad" filter, and they keep scrolling. But authenticity? That breaks through the noise. It feels like a recommendation from a friend. It feels like a conversation. I remember talking to a restaurant owner last month. He was spending hours trying to create these beautiful magazine-style photos of his dishes. He had read somewhere that that was what good social media looked like. The result? He was exhausted. His food was getting cold while he tried to get the lighting right, and his posts were getting almost zero engagement. He told me, "I feel like I'm failing at marketing because I'm not a photographer." We shifted his strategy. Instead of the perfect photo, we started using his raw ideas. He would record a 30-second voice note while walking through his kitchen. "Hey, just tasted today's special. The salmon is incredible. The sauce is perfect. Come try it." That was it. No filter, no script. We turned that raw thought into a post. It went out with his voice, his excitement. People commented, "This looks amazing. What time are you open tonight?" He wasn't a photographer. He was a restaurateur, and his passion for his food was exactly what his customers wanted to see. This is the difference between polish and professionalism. Polish is about the surface. It's about the font, the lighting, the perfect caption structure. Professionalism is about results. It's about delivering a clear message that resonates with the right people. You can be professional without being polished. In fact, for most small businesses, being professional means being accessible, being real, and being consistent. Think about the last time you chose a local service, maybe a plumber or a hairdresser. Did you choose the one with the slick corporate website and stock photos, or the one with the slightly messy Facebook page where they were constantly showing their work and talking to their customers in the comments? Most of us choose the latter. We choose the one who feels like they are actually there, present, and accountable. The problem, of course, is time. We all know this intuitively. We know that being authentic works. But the business owner is thinking, "That sounds great, but I don't have time to be a content creator. I have a business to run. I have customers to serve. I don't have hours to waste trying to figure out what to say or how to say it." This is the trap. We think that to be authentic, we have to be constantly on. We think we have to spend our evenings and weekends crafting the perfect post, agonizing over every word. And when we can't keep up that intensity, we feel guilty. We think we are letting our business down. But what if the goal wasn't to become a content creator? What if the goal was simply to capture the expertise and personality you already have and get it out into the world efficiently? This is where the philosophy of less is more comes into play, but not in the way you might think. It's not about posting less. It's about the effort per post. It's about taking that 15 to 20-minute struggle, the staring at a blank screen, the trying to sound professional, the wrestling with the platform's interface and shrinking it down to a couple of minutes. Imagine you have a great idea while you're driving to work, or a customer asks a brilliant question that sparks a thought. In the old world, you'd have to remember it, write it down, find a time to sit at a computer, draft something, maybe find a photo, log into the platform, upload it, write a caption, add hashtags, and hit publish. By the time you're done, that spark of an idea has lost its urgency, and you've lost 20 minutes of your day. Now imagine a different workflow. You have that same idea. You pull over for 30 seconds and record a voice note, or just type a few key points into your phone. Talk about the salmon special, mention the new supplier, add a call to action for dinner reservations. That's it. You hit send, and a few minutes later a professional post is ready, scheduled, and published across all your channels. It sounds like you. It carries your enthusiasm, it goes live at the right time, and you got back to running your business. This isn't about using a generic AI that spits out robotic text. That's the mistake many people make. They try a free tool, get a result that sounds like a computer wrote it, and say, "See, AI doesn't work for me." That's like trying to cook a gourmet meal with a microwave and saying cooking is impossible. The real magic happens when the technology learns you. It's not about forcing you into a template. It's about the tool having the intelligence to understand your business, your voice, and your goals. When you can just feed it your raw thoughts, your key points, and it transforms that into content that is optimized for each specific platform, making it slightly more professional for LinkedIn, a bit more casual for Instagram, more direct for Facebook. That's when you've found the right partner. It's like having a marketing assistant who has been with you for years. They know how you talk, they know what your customers care about, they know which platforms are worth your time. They take your genius, your expertise, your passion, and turn it into a consistent presence without losing what makes it yours. This is the approach we've built everything around. We call it the AI that publishes in 3 minutes and sells while you sleep. But that tagline is just the outcome. The real philosophy is about respecting your time and your expertise. Business owners are the experts in their field. They shouldn't have to become experts in social media algorithms or graphic design. They should be able to focus on what they do best, while having a reliable way to communicate that value to the world. Let's talk about the fear of sounding generic. This is a big one. So many business owners are terrified that if they use any kind of automation or AI, they'll lose their unique voice. They'll sound like everyone else. And they are right to be concerned, because most tools do exactly that. They are built on generic models that are designed to produce average, middle-of-the-road content. But what if the process was inverted? What if the first step was always about capturing your specific view? What if the system was designed to ask you questions that pull out your unique perspective? For example, instead of just saying, "Write a post about your business," it asks, "What's a problem you solved for a customer today?" Or, "What's a common misconception about your industry?" Or, "What are you most excited about for tomorrow?" These questions force you to tap into the real, day-to-day reality of your business. The answers are inherently authentic. They can't be generic because they are pulled from your actual life. The technology then takes that raw material and structures it, optimizes it, and makes it presentable. It's not creating a voice for you, it's amplifying the one you already have. I had a client, a freelance graphic designer, who was struggling with this. She felt her work spoke for itself, but she knew she needed to be more visible online to attract new clients. The thought of writing marketing copy made her cringe. She felt like a fraud. We worked on a system where she would just send over screenshots of projects she was working on, with a quick note about a challenge she overcame or something she learned. The system turned these simple inputs into compelling stories about her process. It highlighted her problem-solving skills and her design philosophy. Her posts started getting comments from potential clients saying, "I love how you think about design." She wasn't just showing her portfolio, she was building a reputation as an expert thinker. That's the power of amplifying your authentic voice, not replacing it. This idea of authenticity also extends to consistency. We all know we should post regularly, but consistency is the first casualty when you're busy. It's easy to be authentic when you have inspiration. It's hard when you have to be authentic on a schedule. This is where many businesses fall down. They post with passion for a week, then go silent for a month. That inconsistency signals to your audience that you're not reliable. But what if consistency didn't require constant inspiration? What if you could capture a month's worth of your core ideas in one focused hour, and then have a system that intelligently releases them in a way that maintains a steady human presence? This is the anti-overwhelm planner principle. It's not about churning out content for the sake of it. It's about creating a sustainable rhythm. It's the one post per day system that prevents content overload. It's about knowing that you have a foundation of content that is working for you, so you can focus on the spontaneous in-the-moment posts when they happen, without the pressure of needing them to happen. When you remove the friction and the time pressure, authenticity becomes sustainable. You're not scrambling, you're not posting out of panic. You're sharing from a place of abundance because the heavy lifting, the structure, the optimization, the publishing is handled. You just provide the spark. And this brings us to the core of what it means to build a professional presence online today. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present. It's about showing up consistently with your unique perspective. It's about letting people see the person behind the business. That's what builds trust, that's what builds community, and ultimately that's what builds a sustainable business. The businesses that are winning right now are the ones that have figured this out. They aren't the ones with the biggest budgets for production. They are the ones that have found a way to share their story, their expertise, and their personality, day in and day out, without it consuming their entire life. They understand that every minute they spend wrestling with a complex dashboard or trying to sound like a big corporation is a minute they aren't spending serving their customers or improving their products. So the next time you look at your social media and feel that pang of inadequacy, remember this. The goal isn't to look like a Fortune 500 company. The goal is to look like the best, most trusted version of your own business. The goal is to connect with the people who need what you offer, in a voice that they can trust. Don't chase the shiny polish, chase the real connection. Because in the end, the connection is what pays the bills. The connection is what turns a follower into a customer, and a customer into an advocate. The polish is just decoration, but the connection, the authenticity, that's the foundation. And it's a foundation you can build efficiently and sustainably when you have the right tools that respect your time and amplify